We wrote an article that went viral and sparked a natural hair revolution. We are Elise
and Aisha, moms to small humans, digital content creators, licensed hairstylists, brand agnostic, curl educators,
and generally your snarky girlfriends with no filter.
We're two women from the south side of Chicago, taking the stupid out of natural hair. Welcome to this episode of Curls Disrupted, and we want to talk today about
why we're not coming to your city.
we're not doing it. We're just not.
Y'all keep asking in the comment section, when you coming to Louisiana, when you coming to Albuquerque, when you coming here, when you coming there.
No. I mean, honestly though, initially, like maybe about 12 months ago, I considered getting licensed in some other states where clients were coming here from those states, like numbers of clients were coming here from those states. But this summer took a toll on my life. If y'all don't know, I moved over the summer.
I did too.
Right. We both moved.
We were moving.
We were always doing stuff at the same time.
Nobody was really handling much of anything. We were just like, we need to do this today. We need to do that today in the midst of moving.
Yeah, so we're moving. Also on top of moving, I was driving my son to a daycare that was almost 20 miles from our new place every day. So doing that every day, like commuting back and forth, having to get a then 4-year-old to cooperate with me on a daily basis, not really getting to enjoy the summer. Mm-hmm. We also taught
3 classes.
Was it 3?
It was 3 classes because this was just our 4th one. We actually.
Well, it was like a class
back
in May though. We did May, 2 classes in June, and then another one in August.
We did. Oh my gosh!
So that was a lot. And again, it was a lot because we were doing a 3-day format of class. All 4 of those times. At the time, we didn't have as much support.
So it was us two.
Just us two doing it.
Running around like chickens.
So
with our heads cut off.
With all of that being said, the summer actually made us really put some perspective on what and how we can function and be present and be of service to those who actually need us.
And our families, so that we can, because we are a 2-woman operation. We are grateful to have the support that we have now, that we have not had in about the last 4 years. But there are reasons that we cannot come to you. And we're going to let you know this on this episode. So number 1, we both have small children.
Listen, I have a 5-year-old, and he starts feeling away when mama is gone too long. Although he's actually cool this time, because we haven't been apart that many days. And school we're currently in Chicago. There is a teacher strike going on.
They ain't been to school in almost 3 weeks.
So we have spent more than enough time together. I'm sure he is over me, but with being a solo mom and having such a small child, I want to be able to spend as much time as I can. I mean, we can possibly stand of each other as I can. But I'm also, I want to be there. I want to be a present parent. That's why I chose to be a hairstylist, so that I can choose the schedule that best suited our lifestyle. And when I say our, I mean he and I, this little person, and our lifestyle. So that small children, and traveling.
I have a 2-year-old. And to be honest, you guys, I have done the most in the last 2 weeks. So in the span of 7 days, I went on a 36-hour date to Los Angeles with my husband to see her. It was an amazing concert. He went back to Atlanta. I went to Chicago. I went from Chicago back to Oakland. So 2 around the country trips to California. Left Oakland back to Atlanta. So that was a Tuesday to Tuesday. So that was 8 days. And my child was mad hot. And she's 2, and she's a girl. And she has all the attitude of a 3-nager. We haven't even got there yet. And she gives me my side eye better than I give anybody else. So she was angry at me. Then I had to tell her mommy was leaving 3 days later to go teach a class in D.C. So right now, when we get on FaceTime together, she's like, no. And trying to press the red button because she's not happy that mommy's been gone that long. So this is mommy's last trip for real for this year.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yes. So if you don't understand how cosmetology works, every single state has its own regulatory board. And I'm actually licensed in Illinois, Georgia, and California. So I can perform services outside of a class or an expo in those states because I'm licensed. Any other state that I want to perform services in, they have to be part of a teaching or learning experience. I can't just come and go to somebody's salon who has a salon license. Because if I am in their salon doing a service and the state board pops in, that salon gets a fine, I get a fine, and I may never be able to get a license in that state. And when I renew my license in all the 3 states I'm licensed in, each board is going to ask me, have I ever been disciplined by another state? And I want to keep this 13-year track record of being able to check no.
Hey, and I just don't have time to do all these licenses. No time. I just don't. Like, I started like looking. I'm like, oh, I can get reciprocity here. I can do this there.
So reciprocity is when you have a license in another state and you try to transfer it over, but then you still have to submit your cosmetology school transcripts.
Right.
Every single certification from every single state. So that's going through the bureaucracy of the board in that state to get them to send another state a piece of paper, not an email, a piece of paper.
Don't got that kind of time. So not doing it, it's not gonna happen, okay? Now, the next reason why we are not traveling to your state, we're old. I'm 40.
I'm 35.
I'm tired.
And I've been doing this for 13 years. My back is tired, my knees is tired, my hands are tired. I can barely shampoo people's hair because I have psoriasis in my left thumb, and I'm actually going to be getting evaluated for things going farther because it's not just the psoriasis. I have swelling and pain and peeling and all kinds of other things that go along with it. So if y'all ever see me like using my hands, or you see me just doing dry haircuts and not shampooing or handing my shampoo client off to one of our assistants, it's because I literally can't shampoo hair at that present moment.
Yeah, and I'm 40. There's only so much a 40-year-old can do. I mean, granted, I know y'all like 40. No, in real time, I'm 40, and I just don't have the mental and energy space for all of that. Like, I have to reserve the high energy that I do have for my clients in Chicago, because they'll feel some kind of way. And then for my child, so that's a priority. My child is my priority, and those that I've been servicing here in Chicago, those are a priority for me. So to switch gears, to jump on a plane, first of all, we're exhausted a lot of times when we come home from doing hair. Y'all don't know this, and not on a physical level, or not just a physical level.
Physically tired.
Not just physically tired.
Okay.
Also mentally tired. Because some people, we have to get into this emotional dumping that a lot of people do.
That's another episode, but we'll get into that because y'all are holding on to trauma from when you were 3 and 5 and 7 and 9. And we gladly want to hear it and start the process of helping you heal it. But when we go home after working with 4, 5, 8 people that day who are giving us and sharing with us those traumatic experiences and that traumatic energy, we got to go home and unpack that.
Yeah, and I go home, take my shoes off, and sit on my sofa.
Yes.
I don't even get to make food. Like, I just don't have the space for it. So that's where I'm at. I would love to travel and, like, be of service, but I can't do it because I'm old, okay?
Which is actually leads us to the next one, is the excitement and the desire to travel around the states and internationally. We have some international folks like, you need to come. It's like, hold up, first of all, I don't have a passport, and I'm proud to actually say that. Not really like proud in a way that I'm like, I want to be ignorant and not travel. My idea of vacation, some people want to go to islands. I want to go to the island that is my sectional couch. In front of my full cable and Netflix and Hulu with my gigantic bathtub that no one else gets into, with the sheets and the towels that I have bleached in my washing machine, because y'all, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. I got some anxiety.
Serious germaphobe.
Surrounding stuff. So my idea of vacation is not like jet setting with my passport.
No.
So I've done the travel stylist thing because I'm licensed in those 3 states, and at one point in time in my career, for about a 3-year span, I carried clientele in every single state. And actually in California, I was working in Northern and Southern California. And it gets old quickly. You get tired of lugging around 45 pounds of shampoo and conditioner because you know you can't just use the whole salon shampoo and conditioner. You have to bring all of your stuff because we're working with naturalistas.
Listen, we just
that
did
have
that this
expectations.
weekend. We just did that this week. I did it
She
mostly.
did it. I had one little suitcase. She had the big suitcase.
I had the big suitcase with all the shit in it, okay? I couldn't imagine because I'm such a, so particular about the products that I use. I don't want to use or have to, MacGyver. And y'all, some of y'all might be too young and y'all don't even know who MacGyver is. But just know that MacGyver could make things happen.
Paperclip and some gum, you have a bomb.
So no, I don't want to MacGyver a hair situation. The whole point of somebody coming to see me specifically is because I know something or I'm going to share things with them that they might not get somewhere else. So the idea of traveling with a big ass bag with all this shit in it does not excite me by any means. Have no desire. Now, if y'all want to come see me, that's fine, but don't be pressuring me when y'all be making these appointments. I'm coming for, I don't care, just come.
Just come. And also recognize the fact that we're human. Our children get sick, we get sick. I mean, I was trying to make arrangements for some clients who were coming from out of town from an ER bed with an IV in my arm. And my husband literally had to snatch my phone and be like, nah, girl. Nah, because you're in here because of your lack of caring for yourself. Don't drive yourself into further madness because you're trying to make something shake with somebody else.
That's another reason why you shut down a lot of that stuff too, but that's another podcast as well.
All right, so yeah, with the desire, and you just
I thought about it, those who really desire to see me, they hop on planes, and I'm gonna let them. I had a client that I argued with once, and hey, Lynette.
And at this point, I'm at the point of where my clients who travel right now are amazing. I love them. They know that I'm going to do my best. My very, very best, sick, not sick, as long as I am not in the ER and my child's in the ER, I got you. But I'm starting to limit that traveling because when someone's traveling, there's so much packaged.
When I think about what it would take, first of all, the bag of products that I'm carrying with me, probably if we went and did the math on the products inside of that bag that I carried this weekend, let's say there was at least $700 worth of product in that bag.
And a very, very
close
expensive dryer.
Okay, so let's say it was $1,000 worth of equipment and tools in one bag. If that bag happens to get lost or it doesn't make it to the airport, now I have to come up with the alternative plan to make sure that I'm able to deliver service, which these tools in this bag are going to help me, but I don't have it. So now I got to Jimmy rig the whole thing.
Because let me tell y'all, Aisha bought the main bag. I had the secondary bag. It had very specific products in there, not as much as she had. My shears, my blow dryer, and my diffuser.
Oh, I didn't even $1,200.
$1,200. Because guess what? My bag did not make it to Ronald Reagan Airport from Atlanta. I got to the airport on time. I moseyed to my gate. I got to get a pretzel from Aunt Annie's. I sat down. I putzed. I boarded my A18 because I have A-list guys with Southwest. So there was time for TSA to do every single check that they could have ever done on my bag. My bag did not arrive until the second day of class. We did 11 models without my shears, without my blow dryer, without my diffuser, without our main detoxing shampoos. We made it work.
We made it work.
We made it work,
but we really could have used the detox shampoo. We could have did without your shears. You made it without the shears.
I made it work without the shears.
But that detox shampoo was man, this is day one. We needed that shit so that we could do what we do. So This is not lucrative, nor do we have the time to be running around town to go get extra products.
Then we would also need to charge, which is what I was doing when I was going to Oakland, because when you think about going to the Bay Area, it's one of the most expensive areas in the United States. My booth rent is going to be higher. I'm renting per day, so that's even going to be higher than what a normal weekly booth rent was going to be. The transporting everything, the getting the hotel, the rental car, the food that I have to eat while I'm out of town that's not in my refrigerator. All of that accumulates, so you end up spending, the client then is being charged anywhere from double to triple what we would charge in the salon to make up for the extra expenses that we incurred, so that we can make a profit from that thing. So that's basic accounting 101.
Right.
Those of you who are more numbers oriented.
I don't see the green.
Yes.
The coins, the donuts, the Benjamins, I don't see any of that once I think about and I think about the stress of all the travel. Like for me, traveling is like a fun thing to do or a relaxing thing to do. And we, even for work, like I was not stressed at all traveling this weekend because we just traveled to Alexandria, Virginia this weekend to teach class. Wasn't stressed at all. Everything was done. Andra was amazing and helping me getting prepared to leave and making sure everything was cool before we got there and getting things in order. So I just can't think it or imagine what it's like. And I've talked to other stylists about this. And it was like, I would love to, but I don't see where it's lucrative to do so.
Where is it beneficial? And I see where it's beneficial to our consumer clientele or prospective clients. But for us, this is our profession, this is our career. And so we have to make sure that once we spend all this money and done all these things and expended all the energy, so we actually do something in our Cut It Kinky business framework that you can find in our alumni mastermind, which we are actually redoing very soon.
Yeah, we're changing the name.
So we talk about your ATM, your attention, your time, and your money. And those are currencies. And so we have to figure out where are we going to be benefiting in those currencies and where are we going to be losing in those currencies. And when we think about like traveling to a location, especially a location that we don't have like a huge customer base with, because we know DC shows up, shows out.
Man.
Chicago shows up, shows out. Atlanta can be wishy-washy, but I get that because I live there.
They are.
The Bay Area shows up and shows out. But if we're not going to one of those centers that we have a very large base, then it becomes us paying our attention, paying our time.
I would have to like make you pay ahead of time before I even like before I even booked a ticket.
Yes.
Everybody would
have to be booked
and paid.
And everybody would have to be paid before we would even like
book a
invest.
Ticket. Absolutely.
So
and one more thing about it. This is not, us traveling to you is not the best way to serve you.
It's not.
It's not. And this is actually a conversation we had a month ago prior to doing this DC class. This DC class for us was actually a beta test. It had a lot to do with this whole thing of traveling. And we realized for ourselves what would be the best way for us to serve y'all. The best way for us to serve y'all would be to leave your city with people that can do your hair, which is why we decided to do this class where we invited, we wanted more DC stylists. We got a stylist from kind of all over and some DC stylists.
We actually have a lot. It was about half and half. But
Absolutely.
We prioritize making sure that the models, the clients, and the other folks who are from the DMV area, the whole DC, Maryland, Virginia, in West Virginia, just regionally, had outlets for people who were coming to class and know what we know, are putting what we know into their toolbox and are ready to serve. And so it's like we want to make sure that you have stylists, that you don't have to invest to go get a plane ticket and a rental car and a hotel, because we understand.
Or an Uber or a Lyft and like a hotel and some dinner, some lunch. I mean, all those things come with it. So that is where we're actually putting our energy towards. We're putting our energy towards making or serving y'all by sharing our insight with other stylists who are interested in learning about y'all, because this is what we're doing for y'all. This is the best way for us to serve y'all is by teaching other stylists what we know. So that's why we're not traveling to y'all. Now, if we happen to make it to your city and teach a class and you happen to become one of our client models, amazing, awesome. We'll love to have you, but we ain't getting on a plane just to do no hair.
No, because I'm now just learning. I can get on a plane and go on vacation, y'all. I'm not doing no hair. I see y'all in class or in Chicago or Atlanta.